everybody. I want to thank Dr. Hoy and the people here, the wonderful faculty and staff at Wor-Wic College for hosting this. Thanks very much for this very, very interesting demonstration. And I just think that this is a very, very exciting day and a very exciting time. My job as your United States Senator is to make sure I'm meeting the day-to-day needs of my constituents and the long-range needs of both my community and my country. So right now, the number one issue on many of our people's mind is, where am I going to work? What do I need to learn? What do I need to learn to be able to ready for these jobs today and for these jobs tomorrow? In the last 30 years, the transformation of our society to an internet-based society has been stunning. It's been astounding. It's been amazing. And I did not want my state to be left behind, and I didn't want my Eastern Shore to have a digital divide, that if you were on one side of the bay, your future seemed bright because you had access to the internet connections that you needed. But if you were on the other side of the bay, it continued to be a bucolic, traditional industry related area. I love our traditional industries of tourism, poultry, seafood, but also we're looking ahead to the future in jobs in defense, cybersecurity, allied health, high-tech health, personalized medicine. So we wanted to be sure that Maryland did not have a digital divide. Then working with Governor Ehrlich in 2006 and another Republican named John Warner, we conceived of the idea how to bring broadband to the Eastern Shore. Over there in Pax River, they had broadband. We have Wallops, which I hope to be down in several weeks to talk about Spaceport Wallops and the launch there. But to be able to bring broadband from Pax River to Wallops, and Senator Warner wanted to take it along the tidal waters of Virginia and up to, for me, up Route 50 and across the Bay Bridge. We worked with a wonderful group called the Maryland Broadband Co-op. And I would like to acknowledge Pat Mitchell, who's here today, the founding father of that, and Dave Piccoli, who is in charge of construction. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we were doing it on something called earmarks, a couple of miles at a time to be plugged in and wired. And we were doing okay. When President Obama came in for his shovel-ready projects, he said, I want not only highways, I want super information highways. I helped him pass that legislation. It was not easy. It was this stimulus money for which there's often been criticism. Then you had to apply for a competitive grant. Well, through the experience of Maryland Broadband, working with Governor O'Malley and the entire delegation, Team Maryland, and I might add Frank Cradaville was there then, we were able to win that. And we are the first and the only state to win a competitive grant in which we will wire the entire state. I think that deserves a round of applause. But government money and passing of bills doesn't mean anything unless you put it into action. And that's what brings me here today. As of this summer, as of July, we will have completed 128 miles of broadband construction. We will have laid the groundwork to wire the entire Eastern Shore, and Wor-Wic College will be the first school to go live, broadband live, right here, through the One Maryland Broadband network. Wor-Wic College, throughout every one of their classrooms, will be able to have access through this super information highway with no delays at the 404 cutoff, no tolls to get over the bridge, to be able to zoom right over to one of the greatest land-grant colleges in America and be able to link up so that if you have a dream, you have a talent, You want an education, you don't have to leave the Eastern Shore to be able to get it. You have Wor-Wic, you have Salisbury, you have UMES, you have College Park, you have UMBC. If you need it, you'll be able to get it, and you'll be able to get it without going long distances. Because we want the road you to travel. It's not the long road to get an education, but the road to travel to a job that will pay a great wage and give you a great future. This means that through the Wor-Wic, what we saw a demonstration today, this is the beginning. This is the beginning. It's like the beginning of the steam engine. The internet capacity here at Wor-Wic will be 20 times what it is today. When I first saw distance learning, it was very klutzy. It was pick up the Petri dish. This is science now. Put it down, and it looked that very, almost like a mime. Now you saw the excellent today. We could live with today. But also what we know is that we'll go 20 times faster. It will be 20 times clearer, even more than that. You all know about pixels. And we'll have opportunities for video streaming, sharing content, and data among this. So it means that Eastern Shore students can take the same classes and earn the same degrees as they can on the Western Shore. We already have a great educational system here. Wor-Wic combined with Salisbury University and UMES, we're already on that road. And I believe that they'll be able to even link up more. And with the great programs like in electrical engineering at UMES, and the great programs also at Salisbury, combined with this, we'll be able to do it. Broadband is important because it helps create jobs. Broadband improves community safety. We're wiring 262 emergency centers and 911, so they'll be able to faster and be interoperable. Educational opportunities, and also it will enable us to be able to do both telemedicine and also link up. When you look at Peninsula General and the work now of Johns Hopkins' presence here, Johns Hopkins has going to, through Peninsula General and its family primary care, will have a big presence. But we also have excellent primary care through the Lower County Health System. Through all of that, and through electronic records, we'll be able to have tied in to either Hopkins or University of Maryland, where if you get your test here, they can look at it there, give the doctor back here the best information in the world. We're going to save lives, we're going to create jobs, and everything is going to be better. So I'm very pleased to have been part of that. I can't wait to the summer when you go live. I can't wait to the end of the summer when we have the whole shore wired up, and it shows what we did. I told the story about John, Senator Warner, and Bobby for a reason, and about our Governor O'Malley. You know, we got to start to put politics aside in this country and start thinking about the people. We've got to be less R's and less D's. We've got to be less red states, blue states, red counties, blue counties. We've got to start being the red, white, and blue county. We've got to, country. We've got to show that when we put our minds together and we really work together, and when one governor begins, another governor is able to continue and to expand, that we could do it. I could not have done those early days of broadband without John Warner. Now I have Mark Warner, but we had it together and we worked together. We couldn't have done it had we not started with Aris Melostrasis. Then we could not have gotten our competitive grant, even though Maryland Broadband was fantastic, unless Governor O'Malley and the Maryland General Assembly was willing to put in matching funds. So we all worked together. A public investment that will create great private sector jobs and get the workforce ready for do it. So I believe that each and every one of you in this room makes a difference. You're in education, you're in broadband, you're in economic development. Each and every one of you makes a difference. But you know, when we work together, we make change. God bless you. God bless America. Let's bring our troops home. Let's bring our money back home. Let's keep our jobs here. Let's rebuild America, and let's do it with broadband. Thank you very much.